I'm wondering how many of you track the number of steps you take in a day? How many of you wear a fitness watch or a Fitbit, or you have an app on your phone that tracks the number of steps? They say we're supposed to take 10,000 steps in a day to maintain a healthy lifestyle. Hopefully, you are taking somewhere between 5 and 10,000 steps every day. Well, set that aside just for a minute. We're going to swing back around to that. But first, we're going to look at today's lectionary text. It comes from 2 Samuel chapter 6. And we've been talking a lot about David. And in this chapter, he's just recently become king. And it is his goal to return the ark, to bring the Ark of the Covenant to Jerusalem. And so it's a huge process to bring that. And there's some very specific rules to follow, including not touching the Ark of the Covenant. Well, in the process, the animals sort of stumble, the Ark of the Covenant sort of wobbles, and one of the men reaches out to steady the Ark of the Covenant. Now, maybe he trips, maybe he falls, maybe he hits his head, but in the process, he is struck dead. And it is understood that God has struck him dead because he was not to touch the Ark of the Covenant. Well, this created a sense of fear for David. And he thought, maybe I don't actually want the Ark of the Covenant to be in such close proximity to me. And so instead of continuing on the journey to Jerusalem, David had the Ark of the Covenant sent elsewhere to remain in a home of a foreigner, actually, and said, let's just see what happens. And he checked back in about 3 months later, and the man and his household had been blessed tremendously because of the presence of the Ark of the Covenant there with him. So David rethought his plan about where the spot should be for the Ark of the Covenant. He decided it did need to be in Jerusalem. He needed to set aside his fear of the unknown, his anxiety of what might happen. He needed to set that aside and let the Ark of the Covenant continue its journey to Jerusalem. So he went and he followed this procession. He traveled right along with the Ark of the Covenant. And this is the intriguing part right here. I'm not exactly sure how long that journey was, but every 6 steps, David stopped and praised God. He made a sacrifice and he danced and he praised God every 6 steps that he took. So he was filled with fear, he was filled with anxiety, but he decided, no, I needed to replace that fear and anxiety with a trust and a faith in God. I need to be thankful to whatever God will offer, whatever God provides. I need to be thankful. It's a great reminder for us today. No matter how many steps we take in a day, can you imagine stopping every 6 steps to praise God, to give thanks to God? That means it happens continually. If we take 10,000 steps in a day, that's about 1,600 times that we are to stop and praise God. Well, it's a great reminder for you today to increase your amount of thankfulness today with every step. Have a great day.